Is there any other events or things that you'd like everyone listening to know about that's happening in the near future, or just any other message you have for our audience in general?
There is something happening very powerful with the sun. There is a recent discovery. It feels like a coronal hole. There is something, a hole, a new hole that's found, and it is this hole that is becoming very active. And the sun is releasing a lot of electric, magnetic, powerful energy and light. Earth's seismic activity is getting stronger and more active. There is a high possibility of a strong shift underneath the ocean. A lot of heat coming up. Many volcanoes releasing this heat, and then a possibility of a very strong earthquake and strong waves of light. And because there is so much love on the earth, the feeling is that it's not destructive but more constructive. It is happening to open up the hearts so that more and more people can live from their hearts.
Welcome, everybody, to the Heart Coherence Collaborative. It is an honor to have one of your recommendations here with us again today. It is Natalie Namaste, who came highly recommended from our members. So welcome, Natalie.
Oh, thank you. It's such a pleasure to be here and spend this time all together.
Yeah, it always makes me so happy to be interviewing somebody who came recommended from our collaborative. And so we had recently sent out an email asking for recommendations, and we had a few people say your name. So you're doing something right in the world, which is awesome. I would love to hear, who is Natalie Namaste?
Oh, well, I am a soul that from a young age remembered that I'm a soul in a body. And I have a very strong, like energetic memory. So maybe people will feel this as well as hear the words. I was sitting in the back of my mom's car, I was about 5 or 6 years old, and I looked out of the window and I asked the universe, if there isn't all this, the trees, the buildings, the people, all of this, what is there? And poof, it went like dark and light at the same time. And it was energy. It was, I would call it love, but it's not the human love. It's like a huge heart expansion feeling. And then I was like poof, contracted back into the human self. And so I feel like who is Natalie Namaste? It's a mix of the the experience of expansion of consciousness, the channeling, the connection to the angelic realm, because I'm deeply connected to the angels. I channel 120 angelic beings, and I had a near-death experience where I I had cerebral malaria. There's 5 types of malaria, and I got the one that kills you. And yeah, I had to be airlifted from Indonesia to Singapore to the ICU. And the whole thing was like 2.5 weeks. And I left my body. I died and left my body, and but kept my body alive enough so that I didn't it didn't completely disappear. Like, and in that space, I went back home to the angels. I went to this beautiful frequency of the angelic realm, and the angels said to me, they said, "We always planned this. This was part of your soul contract. This is what you made us agree to, that you'd come down to earth and be a teacher and a guide and a light, but you wanted to make sure that you came home inside of your human lifetime to this space so that you can have even more connection and then bring the angel connection, the the healing with colors and frequency and light back to earth." And and so in those 2.5 weeks, I was in and out, eventually to the point where the angel said, "You've got to go back now. You've got to go into your body, otherwise it's not going to make it." And so I had to use all the power of the light that I am, like the soul light that we are, and use the focus of the mind to go back into the body. And then with time, very slowly, my numbers went back up. I went back to normal. And Yeah, and I really, so I feel like I bring that angelic essence and also um, the expansion. So my whole life, especially recently, I'm focusing on dissolving that which I'm not. So to land back into that which I am, um, which we all are consciousness, oneness, this infinite light having a finite human experience. And it's the veil, I believe, is the mind. We come into this world to have this human experience, and it's planned that we forget what we truly are, and then we get to remember and wake up, and so I feel like I'm waking up every day, having these momentary experiences where I'm really connected to what the lower mind, the ego, is saying, and then able to dissolve those patterns and conditionings of the past so that I can be an empty, clear space for the angelic realm, and then even further for consciousness, God, Jesus, or the archangels, or whoever wants to come through this vessel and communicate. So that's who I feel I am.
Well, hello, Natalie. So you have this near-death experience with the angels. Could you talk a little bit more about the angels and what they look like and how you interact with them and how your relationship has evolved since that moment? No, it's like
Yeah.
five questions in one, but
Yeah. So before the NDE, I was already trained as a healer. So when I was 18, actually when I was really young, like, I don't know, very, very young, could speak words, I said to my mom, this immense white light that comes through me, it's for healing. I can send this to animals, to people, to plants. This is for healing. And so um, at that very young age, I know I was communicating with the angels, but I can't really remember how it was then. Then there's the teenage years where I kind of really wanted to fit in and be a teenager, and it was hard to live in two worlds, but I found teachers to help me through it, and anchor in my gifts. And at that time, I was working in a coffee shop, and I started seeing auras and colors around people and being able to read their energy and know like what their soul is about, soul purpose is about, what their life is about. And so then I started feeling and sensing these angelic beings around me. And I had a dream where I kind of woke up in the dream, and there was this beautiful pink, high frequency, loving, feminine energy, angelic angel sitting in front of me, talking to me. And I was awake and asleep at the same time. It's the weirdest feeling. I'm sure some people have felt that.
yeah.
Um, and and then from there on, like in that same coffee shop, there was a psychic who grabbed hold of me, and she said, "You've come down to earth to help with ascension. You've got 120 angels that work with you." And when she was talking to me, I just felt all this light and vibration, and I knew, oh yes. And so she helped me to understand that I had so many angels working with me. And so by knowing that, I was then able to access them. And the way in which I see them is like flashes of light. It could be a color or just white light. I could see it flash around a person. It's beautiful and bright. And then another way in which I connect with them is like a feeling. I'll feel them enter my field. Well, like right now it's happening. Tingles in the brain. The brain feels like it goes into a rainbow of coherence, like it becomes left and right hemispheres become one. It feels like electrical light. My hands start sweating, my energy, my vibration goes higher, and I can just feel like they could land inside and speak through me. So there's a lot of feeling around this. Then there's what's happening now is frequency. So some people could call this tinnitus, but actually we're tuning in to higher frequency dimensions. So I'll hear the frequency, which the whole frequency of this room has just gone 5 levels. I'm getting the number 5 higher, which is really high frequency light. So hearing, and then also they speak through my mind. So I can be a translator and an interpreter. So I can see symbols and hear words through my mind. And I don't hear 120 voices. It's one energy, it's one voice, it's one frequency.
Yeah, that's amazing. What are some of the messages that they've conveyed to you?
So recently, they are sharing about what's happening in our world and what's to come and why we're going through this. And this one message, which like brought tears of love to my eyes, is they said, Natalie, this massive global spiritual awakening is only happening now because in the future, the babies that are born are more high frequency. The parents are already awakened, which means that, that those children are never going to fall asleep, which means they won't have the experience of having to wake up. And so they said, this is a very, very precious time to be alive. Every single soul on earth right now has chosen to be born to be a part of this awakening wave. And they really like show it as like a massive wave because so many individuals are remembering the light that they are and going through that dissolving of what they thought they were. And so a huge amount of light is coming onto earth. And what they're saying is we're in a birthing canal. And they say being born is painful. It's and uncomfortable. They have shown me, like I've had a pre-birth experience where I did a breathwork exercise and a retreat, and I went out of my body to before I was born. And I was shown that so many of us have resistance to actually contracting the light that we are to come into the physical body. And so we kind of go like in, out, and then it's time to be born, and we've got to bring all our light in. And there is kind of there's a there's like a two different energies happening. There's an energy of like, let's do this. This is incredible, but there's also like a hesitancy. Many souls have this. It's like, oh, here we go, and this is intense. And so um, that energy is now very strong on our earth.
Hmm.
So we're experiencing the darkness and the light, and it's being mirrored out there by many of our leaders. There's war on, there's many, there's darkness being shown. There's, which is very important, the angels say, because the darkness out there is showing us that it's important that each one of us does the work to recognize if we have any darkness, any shadow, and sometimes I call it the monster, inside of ourselves that we can dissolve because now is the time. And so it's also they also tell me it's okay for those who are not awake. Like those who aren't awake and who aren't ready, there's no problem there. There's going to be future lifetimes for them to wake up. All souls are going towards the trajectory of awakening, whether it's this life or a future life. It will happen for all souls to be consciousness, fully aware, and be able to use the creative power of the mind to fully bring heaven on earth. And so right now we're in the intensity of having to do the work of dissolve that darkness that we all carry. You know, that critic, that one that's hard on ourselves and judging others, that part, and do that work to dissolve it. And as we individually dissolve it, we're dissolving it for the collective. And and so it is creating so much light on our earth that it's like bringing the hugest torch and it shows the shadow. So it's showing up that darkness. So in the birthing canal, releasing everything we need to release so that we can move into the new earth. And it's the new earth is being born through the heart. So we've been living for so long on the earth through the ego, through the mind, which pulses in the solar plexus chakra. I've studied it. I really spent hours and hours watching what it does. And it actually, like you'll feel a pulse, which then the mind will interpret. And often it's a fear. It'll be like, oh, you've got to take this action because otherwise this will happen or that won't happen. And so that is changing. We're and it's shifting. And so as we do this work and we open, there's so much beauty that the angels are showing me. Or I mean, we can go into that if you want, but I mean, we
Yeah,
could let the
please.
angels channel through me.
Yeah,
Let's see.
yeah, wherever you want to take it. I love listening. Thank you. Our mission here at the Heart Coherence Collaborative is to get people in touch with the healing power of the heart.
And we really need your help. Right now, only 1% of viewers subscribe. We are aiming to take that number to 6%.
The reason why we want to do that is the more people that subscribe, the more people in the world can learn the magical practice of heart coherence.
So please help us out. If you've ever listened, if you love this message, please just take a moment to subscribe.
Thank you so much. We love you.
We love you.
It's
Okay,
incredible.
well,
Everything you've said so far is really exciting. The one question before you go in, you talked about there's a lot of light coming right now. Where's it coming from? Do we know?
the angels are saying all directions, multi-dimensional energies, many colors, many patterns, many designs. You are not just a one frequency or one color. You are like the rainbow, many patterns. And the more you fine tune your energy, the more you can access higher dimensions. And these higher dimensions bring in many patterns, many colors. And as you tap in, it will come in all directions from beneath you through Mother Earth. An activation in the pyramids is happening. Deep, deep down in the earth is golden light. There are pyramids on every continent. They are here to communicate sacred high frequency golden light. And the more you open to wisdom, higher wisdom, you then also are able to absorb the golden light through the ley lines, through the meridians of the earth, up through your feet, up through the meridians, sprout through your whole body, and you can access higher frequency wisdom. And your solar plexus chakra goes from yellow, third dimensional mind to golden, higher dimensional access of mind. Your mind opens and expands to draw in more wisdom. And so the colors and the lights come in from all areas, and much high frequency violet white light is accessible to you all as you tune up. And as you tune up, you will experience much energy moving through the body, and it will come in through the crown. You might feel energy in the brain. You might feel it move as goosebumps in the skin, as tingles and light. And then what can also happen as you remember you, who you are, and you are re-empowered, light from all lifetimes, previous, future, all the light of your soul, other dimensions can be accessed. The Akashic records, your divine book of light, opens up in your energetic field, and sparks of light come in all directions into your aura, and your aura glows and grows and expands.
Wow. So is there anything we need to do to receive the energy of the pyramids?
Yes. Draw awareness down, down through your body to your feet. If you meditate, and meditation means awareness, focus of consciousness, God light in one area, you then open up that space. So as you meditate into your feet, the chakras, the energy centers in your feet will start to open wider. You have many energetic roots that move from the soles of your feet down and sideways, deep, deep, deep into the earth, to the very core of Mother Earth, the heart of Mother Earth, the rose quartz crystal. And as you connect with the rose quartz crystal in the center of the earth, you may feel the heartbeat of earth, the pulse of Mother Earth in your feet. And then you might feel your energy, the energy of the earth, rising up into your heart, and your heart goes into coherence with the earth. And as this happens, you start to access the golden light and the wisdom of the pyramids. Here you will remember Because anyone who is called to connect with the pyramids is one who is deeply and already energetically connected to them. You will know if you were one of the many that helped to create the pyramids, create the sacred vibration that holds the earth in high frequency light and helps many to ascend without karma. This is available to you if you are ready for this experience.
I'm definitely ready. I'm curious. Do we know who set up this beautiful structure of pyramids? Was it humans or was it extraterrestrials?
We can call or say both because it is a type of human that is very high frequency light. Many waves on this earth, many waves where there have been humans that are completely and utterly connected to the light, that operate from high frequency spaces and use the lower mind to be here in a body. It is these beings, human beings of very high frequency, that were on Earth, and the extraterrestrials have this frequency. Many on Earth that are choosing to incarnate have already experienced living in other planets, dimensions, and they bring that extraterrestrial energy and light and wisdom. Yet when they incarnate as a human, they are then having the human experience.
I when I meditate, I see a pyramid with an eye on it. Is there any significance of that?
You are wise. The eye is the gateway back home. In the very center of the eye is the darkness, the emptiness, the unknown, which the lower mind, the ego, has its one major fear of. Around the eye are many patterns and color and vibrations, which is the experience of consciousness having a separate experience. To come back into oneness, one must face the greatest fear of the unknown and be comfortable with any discomfort, with any emotion that is uncomfortable, with any thought pattern that is uncomfortable. Being able to sit with whatever arises in the field in each moment by moment. And then one is able to come back through the center of the eye, back home into the infinite, expanded state of truth. So the eye is the gateway back home. And you are being invited to use the pyramid energy to access your homecoming to oneness.
Is there any other advice you have for people that might be struggling to accept the unknown and discomfort in their life?
Yes, this is important. Everyone goes through this. No one is alone in this. And we want you to know that the angelic realm is especially here to help with this, because it is very hard for part of the human experience when the mind is so hard on oneself, the self-sabotage. But this was placed specifically here because if you were loving the time on earth and there was no suffering or difficulties, you would never have the inquiry into who you are. Not all need to suffer in order to ask this question, but it seems that one of the greatest gateways back home is through this inquiry because something uncomfortable has arisen. Now, self-sabotage, not believing in yourself, there is something interesting here. What is not believing in itself? Is there an illusion here? What is not real? It is good that the lower mind, the ego, asks this question and doubts the self, because if awareness, consciousness, or you can say the separate experience, the soul, if the soul is constantly attached and believes itself to be the ego, then it gets caught up just being the character. So the way back home is through the mind, and the way in which the individual has the experience is it was all oneness, and then mind, the most powerful creative force, was created, and so a separate experience is created. So both ways in and out is through the mind. And so when the lower mind is sabotaging and hurting, and you are feeling deep pain and uncomfortable emotions, this is your greatest gift. It is your portal to be able to dissolve the conditionings that you have taken on from culture, from society, from your parents, from schooling, from upbringing. When you were younger, you were a sponge. You have these mirror neurons in your brain that you look at others and you absorb how they react, how they respond, how they communicate. You also have past life memory. You also have ancestral energy within you. All of this makes up the character that you are. And all of these patterns and conditionings keep you limited. When you identify and you believe what the lower mind is telling you, when it's keeping you small, when it's telling you some awful things that make you feel so bad about yourself, it makes you so uncomfortable that you want to break free of this. And it's that desire of wanting to break free that is so immensely powerful. It is then that your soul light is able to come in and shine on the ego that has been holding you small. So, our tools and advice for you is that next time you are experiencing an uncomfortable emotion, ask, where in my body am I feeling this? If it's anxiety, depression, loneliness, whatever it is inside the body, it's vibrating inside. Ask where, find it in the body, and if you're not sure, just say hands be placed on wherever it is, and your body knows, your soul knows the answer. You know yourself better than anyone else. And then you go into that place in your body. Don't be scared of the darkness. Don't be scared of the uncomfortable, the pain, the discomfort. Rest into it, meditate into it, and something incredible will happen. It is your portal. If you are experiencing anxiety, all emotions come in the polarity, meaning that the polar opposite of anxiety is awaiting you, beautiful soul. Meaning that go into the anxiety and feel it in your body, and it's going to get more intense. It might be really uncomfortable, but don't be scared. Something incredible can happen for you as you sit with it and breathe through it and be in it. Just breathe into it. Take deep breaths in and out and call upon us, the angels, and we'll help you go through it. You will walk through a portal. You will go through it, and you will go through the anxiety. And anxiety is excess energy in your system. And you will move through it, and it'll get stronger and brighter, and then something will happen where, because you faced it, it will shift and change, and its polarity will come in, and you will access peace, stillness, great expansion. And so the gateway through any uncomfortable emotion To receive its deep polarity is to go in and be brave and face it and be with it and allow yourself to cry, allow yourself to feel. Tears are the alchemy. You are an alchemist. Tears are emotional energy that's trapped in your body, which then turns into salt and water and moves out. It means that that emotion is no longer trapped inside. You might sweat. You might shake or cry or sound. You might have an experience where your mind says something awful to you, and there you face it. You face it and you will dissolve it and you will heal. Heal means coming back to wholeness, because once you faced it, it means that that pattern in your mind dissolves, and it means that it will no longer have control over you. You will feel a sense of liberation and expansion. Once you've healed a deep-rooted pattern, you might notice in the days after that you feel so much lighter and a little bit like vulnerable. And then you might notice residue. Because when it's a deep pattern, then it's like a massive earthquake and then there's aftershocks. This is all part of it. Know that if your mind brings up or your emotions come up with a similar energy, it won't be as strong as that big one you've healed. Just know that it's aftershocks, it's residue. Sit with it, meditate into it, and it will release from you. Keep going, be strong, move through it. The light that you are is so bright, you can move through any dark night of the soul, any shadow, and you will dissolve each one. And as you dissolve it, you empty out. And what remains is the true you, consciousness, God, the light that you are. And you'll feel amazing. And you'll feel and receive deep wisdoms from within.
Is this the same process for addiction as well?
Yes and no. What's very important is to know that addiction is a symptom. So it's not that you want to focus all your energy on the symptom, because you will remain on the surface. On the surface is the identity, the personality, the character. Then you go a bit deeper and you start to see the mental patterns. Then you go a bit deeper and you see the emotions. You go a bit deeper and you start to feel the vulnerability. You're getting close to the unknown, and then you drop into the unknown. That process is the same. But it's important not to keep the focus on the 3D problem, which is the habit. The habit is a chemical and emotional attachment to a third dimensional thing or person or substance or experience, to cover up a very uncomfortable emotion that's trapped inside. So the truth and the root of it is that something has happened in the past, in this lifetime or a past life, which has been traumatic. Trauma means something happened too fast, too quick for you to actually be able to process it. It was very uncomfortable. So it means it's still inside of you, reoccurring energy, which is very uncomfortable, which hasn't been processed. And so the addiction, when you notice what you are addicted to, then ask yourself, what am I feeling inside? I'm not going to go and do the action of the addiction. I'm actually going to pause and go inside my body to the energy that's inside. And then you follow the same rules of going deep, deep down and dissolve it from the root.
Okay. Now, is there a good way for us to call upon the angels for support? Does it need to be out loud, or do we need, or can it be in our mind? Is there any specific way?
Yes. Many of you will find a unique way that's your special way. Some of the ways are through your mind, saying in your mind, I would like to be with my team of angels or my guardian angel. I'm open, I'm here. Please, can you show me a sign? And then when you ask, show me a sign, stay vigilant, because it might come through numbers, 1 1 or 2 2 2. These are all signs, and Natalie has channeled the meaning of numbers so you can access their meaning. And you can also then see feathers, butterflies, birds, animals. It is often the angelic realm can come through animals that have wings. Stay aware of the words that speak through your own mind. You may want to journal asking, Dear guardian angel, can you please share with me what is my soul purpose? Take a few deep breaths in and out, and then give space, and the angels will bring through frequency and wisdom and words through your writings, through your five senses. Notice which one of your five senses is most active. How are you perceiving life on earth? Smell, taste, touch, hearing, feeling, knowing, your inner sixth sense of knowing. And when you find out which sense you experience life through, go into that sense and connect with the angels through that sense. Maybe you'll smell a rose when you have your angels close to you. Maybe you'll feel the wind touch your skin. Paying attention, and you will connect with them. They are here for you.
Our community is very interested in open contact. We hear a lot of different people talking about extraterrestrials coming to help us. Is that something that you are aware of as well?
So something's just happened. I am now Natalie again, and I'm translating the angels. So it must be that I'm opening up to the extra. Whoa, the whole frequency's gone so high. Yep, I'm accessing this incredible light. And they're saying, we are here. We are here. And many, many more of you are believing in us and being able to access us and seeing us and feeling us. And for a huge, massive, global, open contact to happen, there is something being hidden by the government because we have already made very strong, powerful contact in the past. And so things are going to uncover and be discovered, and people in higher places are going to have to share more openly. As that starts to happen, a frequency shift takes place because so many people are all of a sudden absolutely wowed and amazed at what the government are sharing, and they're on board, and so many more people believe, and the energy of belief is hugely powerful. And then you're able to access directly, many people will directly be able to channel and communicate and see and feel the extraterrestrials, and they'll be able to support this great shift that's happening on earth more deeply, more in an integrated place, because right now they're supporting, but it's more energetic. So they'll be able to let us know what physical steps we can take for the new earth, and they're really interested in helping us with this. And so it feels like things are going to be uncovered within the next year or two. It feels very, very soon. It feels close.
Wow, that's exciting. Is there any other events or things that you'd like everyone listening to know about that's happening in the near future, or just any other message you have for our audience in general?
Yes, we want you to know that everything that's happening outside with the planet, with nature, with the sun, it's all a reflection of the powerful work you're individually and collectively doing. So there are some things that are possible. Remember this, that if you change your mind, you change your emotions, you change your frequency, you change the future. Based on the current trajectory of the collective, it is looking like there is something happening very powerful with the sun. There is a recent discovery. It feels like a coronal hole. There is something, a hole, a new hole that's found, and it is this hole that is becoming very active. And the sun is releasing a lot of electric, magnetic, powerful energy and light. And at first, the heat is very powerful. This energy is creating something underneath the earth. Earth's seismic activity is getting stronger and more active. There is a high possibility of a strong shift underneath the ocean, of a lot of heat coming up, many volcanoes releasing this heat, and then a possibility of a very strong earthquake and strong waves of light, similar to what has already occurred with the 8-8. Feels like another one of those, and because there is so much love on the earth, the feeling is that it's not destructive, but more constructive. It is happening to open up the hearts so that more and more people can live from their hearts. There is this possibility that there are 5 earthquakes or tremblings that happen under the water at a similar time, which creates the most incredible frequency through the ocean. And when the ocean touches the shore, people will feel something. They will feel a light and a love touch their heart, and they will feel an interconnection with nature and others that has never been felt before on earth. This possibility is very strong. There are also a lot of flashes of light. Some are already seeing them and feeling them. They are happening often. And the way in which they are affecting the body is they are upgrades. You are having upgrades, and sometimes you might feel a headache or pressure or dizzy or nauseous. Give yourself space to rest and allow the upgrade to take place, and integration takes place, and then you feel so much lighter. The physical body is getting used to holding more light, and it's already happening.
Wow. Thank you so much.
Yes, much to look forward to.
Yeah.
A heart-led, community-based earth. You are doing it. You all are the wave of love.
Thank you. I know you had said, Natalie, that you can tune into somebody's energy and kind of understand if they have any blocks or anything. I think that's what I read. Is that something that you'd be open to doing?
Absolutely,
And
yes.
thank you for that, by the way. That was just so beautiful. There was just so much information in that channeling. It was really awesome. I mean, the pyramids, the extraterrestrials, just how to deal with addiction and your emotions. That was amazing. So,
Yeah. Wow. Kyle, the frequency, the energy around you is incredible. It's gone violet, deep blue, white light, and golden all around your aura and in your room. And if I just take a moment to look around my room, we are just flowing with the highest frequency light and colors. So this feels like an energetic bath for everyone.
I feel that. I really
Yeah.
feel that. Yeah. Yeah, it was interesting because as you were channeling, something happened that it just allowed me to flow into, I think, like a deeper, relaxed state than normal. And it felt really good.
Wonderful. So, would you like me to scan your energy? Well, can you ask me the question again?
I was reading in your email that you said you can scan somebody's energy, and then if they have a block or something that you notice, you can kind of
Yeah.
explain where that came from. I'm really fascinated by that. It's very
Yes, yes.
talented. Yeah.
Yeah. Immediately as you asked me, okay, so left side of your, I'd say mid to lower back, I'm feeling a ball of energy, so I'm just going to go into it and feel what that's connected to.
Okay.
Immediately, it's mother, mother, mother. So
Oh,
connected to your mum. It feels like round about the age between 8 and 11 years old, there's this feeling, and the words come through like this. I've I've got to take it on, or I've got to hold it all together. There's so at that age, there's this feeling or belief that you created of like taking on more responsibility in the family or in the home. And did you ever feel like uh, you need to be the support or like shield or protect or look after your mum?
yeah, for sure. Yeah,
Yeah, especially around this age. And so um that oh, it's starting, Kyle, can you feel it's starting to shift in that area?
yeah.
Yeah. So then the belief pattern that was that formed around it is I can do it alone. And so you might have noticed throughout life is that sometimes you'll take on a lot and kind of do it alone. And so what the angels are bringing through is this gift for you right now is that you can ask for support and open up and know that there are many that would be absolutely love to support you. And that the angels are saying you can place the affirmation, I am supported in your hips, in your sacral chakra, your lower back. And I'm channeling through Reiki into the space. And over the next 3 days, you're going to notice that even when you're walking or sitting, you're going to feel more open in the space.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Mm, that feels good.
yeah.
Ah, that's cool. Um, yeah, I have probably a million questions, but is there any time that the angels have come to you and given you information that was like shocking, that you were like, oh my gosh, like, was it like overwhelming or anything like that?
I'm feeling yes. I just want to tap into it and see what it was. So there was a day where I woke up and I felt different and then the angels came through and they said, this was one of your exit days. This was one of the days that you could have died. But we planned. So there's a few exit days. So sometimes you can have this feeling like, is something gonna go wrong? Like that you get anxiety and you get worry and like is something bad gonna happen today? And I had that feeling and they said this was one of them when we were planning your life. This was one of them, but you chose that this was not going to be it. And so it's just like it's kind of like a little hiccup. It's like an energy surge. It's kind of like a deja vu feeling, but in a contractive state rather than expansive. And so that was one when they showed me, I was like, oh, whoa, that can happen. That's intense.
Yeah, that's really cool. And so now the angels, like you've talked about having the ability to do light language. Could you just explain what that means to somebody who might not know?
So I don't like speak a different language. The light that is that we all are speaks through my these words,
Nice. Yeah.
this language, and you see my hands move. So what starts to happen, and actually you can kind of see it's happening now, is that the words hold the frequency of light, and you not just receive the words through listening, but you have an energetic receiving of the words.
Mm,
So the third dimensional mind intellectually is computing and understanding what I'm saying, but then the other side, the right side of the brain and the energetics, you actually start to integrate what I'm saying, and something energetically happens in you where you go, whoa, I get it.
mm. I know I'd already asked you like how can we access our angels? Slightly different question. If anyone here wants to try to channel, how would you recommend them start that process?
So, first thing is you want to empty out, you want to create more space,
Mm.
because if you do it from the level of the ego, it can be less pure, because often the ego's got an ulterior motive. It's like, I want to channel so that this can happen. And we channel not for an outcome, we channel because we're a pure open channel for whatever wants to flow through. And
Mm.
so it's important to empty out, like what we've been talking about today, noticing the mind, noticing the patterns and the programs, and dissolving them through awareness. And as you empty out, you're creating more space, so your channel becomes more pure. From that place, you can set an intention. So you could make a beautiful intention, let it just arise from inside of you. Whatever it is, it could be, I am an open channel for the angelic realm to communicate through. Or it might be, I'm an open channel for the guides to come through. And so set the intention, because you're bringing in the third dimensional mind to the ego to rest in oneness instead of thinking too much. And then what you can do is use the breath. So you can take deep breaths in and out. This is powerful. I actually teach this in my holistic healing courses, that you breathe in through the nose and it activates the third eye chakra, opens up the crown chakra. So a breath like this.
So like that.
Yeah,
Mm.
exactly. So it's strong inhalation, which is
Mm.
activating pineal gland, the brain, the crown chakra, the third eye. And as you breathe out, you're breathing down. That breath goes,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Nice.
Can you feel that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's big.
Yeah,
So
it's big.
you're raising your frequency, you're opening your channel, you're purifying it. What it's doing is opening up your higher chakras to higher light. And then your out breath is anchoring you into presence so that you can be grounded, because you don't want to float off. You want to embody the channeling. That's what that deep, slow, integrated out breath that goes all the way down your body, down your legs, down your roots, and anchors you into the earth. As below, so above. The deeper you are able to be present. Whoa, I'm getting goosebumps. There's so much light coming in. Whew, the deeper you are able to be present, the higher the frequency of light you can access. You are already infinite divinity, deep wisdom. It's not outside of you. You'll never find it in the 3D. It's already here in energetics, available to you through presence. And so the more and more you're able to be in presence, because you've cleared out the clutter of the mind, and the mind is then able to sit in its primordial state of presence, you are then able to access this infinite light here in your body, here through your words. And you can feel vibration in a cellular level. And know that when this happens, your aura, the energy that's around you, expands. And you can tap into other dimensions through that expansion.
I think I am. Hmm.
I
Yeah.
can feel it because everything's turning into light, and I keep being shown green, white, violet, blue light moving through your third eye, that your third eye is wide open. And I'm getting this message that everyone who's here right now and in the future, and every time they listen and re-listen, has the potential to activate the third eye and enter through the colors into the center of the eye and rest in oneness. The frequency that we are creating together right now is available to you now and always, held in a capsule in the sacred video for you to use this practice to come back into presence and to be empowered and to remember the true infinite light and creator that you are.
I almost don't want to leave. I haven't felt, I'm not just saying this, I haven't felt like this in a long time. I feel really deep, 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 deep. So deep. Oh my, it feels so good. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, that feels great. Yeah. Wow, thank you for that. That was definitely an activation. Yeah.
an absolute pleasure from my heart and from the angels and from my soul.
This has been so empowering. Curious about how, like, a little bit more about just your work. So everyone that's listening is probably blown away. How can they follow you and get in touch with your stuff? Like, what are you up to in the world, really?
I feel really actively busy in the most beautiful way. So there's three ways that people can come and connect with me because I'm here with an open heart and open wings. There is my YouTube community, which is Natalie Namaste Healer. And that's a space in which I do energy updates and I channel messages from the angels, and people can ask questions and then I'll channel answers in the videos. And then the second place is my Instagram. It's Natalie Namaste with a little underscore at the end. And that's more like daily, like how do we work with this mind that's going crazy, and like daily, day to day, how to be a soul in a human body. And also you can find the highlight called numbers, where I channeled all the meaning of numbers. And then the other place is my website, natalienamaste.com. And spend some time there because there's a lot of free resources and love. And like on the front page, what do you call it, the home page, there's a gift, a meditation that can raise your frequency, protect you, release blockages. And so there's that. And then you can just go and have a look at the book now. You can see I offer courses and workshops, and I have a Reiki hub for Reiki healers. And oh, this is important. On the 11th of every month. Oh, and I'm just getting this feeling that I should have you on as a guest.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because I've got like on the 11/11, November 11th, I've got Suzanne Giesman. So I
Yeah.
have beautiful souls that come on as a guest. It's a 30-minute session. It's 11. And then it's the infinity, which is like for about 8 minutes, we're doing some meditation, but that can be different depending on the guest. And then it's $11. So that there's normally over 100, or many of us worldwide come for this session. It's powerful.
I would love to do that sometime. That sounds really cool. Yeah, so everyone listening, definitely check out all of Natalie's resources. I am blown away. That's one of my top interviews ever. I haven't felt like this in so long. So, how can I access this more? This feeling? You said I can just watch this again?
That's exactly it. That's what was channeled through. So watching this again, like every time, and oh wow, the angels are saying profound awakening. Access codes are here. And so what you'll find is that every time you experience it, you can go deeper and have they're using the word profound experiences through it. So that's the way. And I mean, maybe we'll connect. I can just bring this energy through, but ways for you to do it alone is also. I just want to channel something specific now could help people to access it. If they don't have time to watch the video. Let's see. Yeah. So this is something very powerful, and you can do this throughout the day. You can stop what you're doing, pause, take one of, or like 5 or even 11 of those powerful breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, and then ask yourself, where am I now? Where am I experiencing life right now? And there you find you, and all the light that you are is here because you've never left here. Here is where you've always been. Here is where you will always be. Here is the only moment that exists. The infinite light has never left you, dear ones. The infinite light is always here for you. Here, here, here. We've just had another activation with even more currents of light come through. We've gone even deeper now. Whoa, my whole body's vibrating, a spiral of light. Whoa, we could even just disappear into the light. It's so beautiful. Rest in the light that you are, dear one. Know that we are here for you always. You all have your own team of angels, and you can call upon specific angels for specific tasks. We will help you with whatever you need. You are not alone. You are abundantly loved. We see you and we love you. And right now we wrap all of you in a golden pyramid of light. And we wrap you each individually in a blue ball of light, so that you can maintain this awareness in whatever you do and experience from this moment forward. You are protected, you are grounded in presence, and you are held by Mother Earth and the universe. Every step you take, Mother Earth supports you. Every breath you take, the universe is holding you. We love you. Namaste. Wow, it is so energetic.
Yeah, that was cool. Well, I think we're gonna have to do this again sometime.
Yeah, I get that feeling.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. This has been absolutely amazing. I think I'm gonna sit here for a while and just meditate and just enjoy this activation that just happened. And I invite everyone else that felt something during that to do the same.
And the number 22 is coming in. So to spend 22 minutes at least to just integrate and be in this vibration of truth.
Thank you so much, Natalie. It was awesome meeting you.
So lovely. Thank you.
Bye,
Namaste.
everybody. Love you all. Bye.